Hi, it's Heather McKissick. I'm CEO of CUES, and I'm so excited to be here today as part of our leadership study series with Joe Hearn. Joe from Dupaco Credit Union is not only CEO, but he just received the 2025 Outstanding Chief Executive Award from CUES. Congratulations.
Well, it's a real honor, but I view that as a Team Dupaco award.
Really
Thank
nice.
you.
I'm not surprised.
No.
Well, let's start there. I mean, I think that's a wonderful sentiment, and I'm not at all surprised to hear from you that it's not all about you, as any good CEO, as any good leader would say. And it's a little bit about you because, you weren't the only one nominated, and there were lots of reasons that you were selected after a 40 plus year career so far
Yep.
in credit unions. So I'd just like to ask your perspective as you think about kind of where you've been and where we are as an industry and as a movement. What are the issues that you're thinking about the most right now, or that you foresee on the horizon for yourself as a leader and for Dupaco as an institution?
Well, it's digital, AI.
Okay.
But I always come back to we're still in the people business. It's all about the people. And we have been really stepping up our game digitally at Dupaco, but we're doubling back and saying, now, wait a minute, let's not forget about the foundational principles of how you interact with the member, how you make them feel, because those will create the connections that will lead to the opportunities for us to transform their lives
Right.
in person and, of course, digitally.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. And how does that translate? I hear so many leaders talking about wanting somehow to replicate that personal experience in the digital environment. So, what are the things that you're emphasizing the most with your team about that member experience that you think does make the trip when it comes to that digital world?
well, we're known face-to-face for money makeovers and things like that. Now we're bringing tools into our online banking with Personetics, for example. And you see Rocket Money advertising subscriptions and all those things. We have all the same technology they do. So we've stepped it up there, and that will advocate for them on systematic saving. Your budget is a little tight this month. You have a little extra, can you save?
Nice.
Those are the same things we do face to face. So we need to connect the two and create this one Dupaco experience, how we're consistent both in person and online. But it's all about the member at the center and
Absolutely.
helping them become better off financially.
So what about you as a leader, from that CEO seat? What are the skills that you're using or that you're learning or that you think you need in order to lead the organization through this really transformative time?
Well, it is about leading change. And I always say hearts and minds. So as you're going through transition, you've got to be sensitive to how you can best bring your people along. Now, some of them are going to come along kicking and screaming. But if you can do it right, lay the foundation position, be consistent with your values and how we are, and explain to them, take the time to bring them along. Sometimes you go slow at the start, but it can really accelerate change.
Yeah. How do you do it? What does that look like for you as a leader when you take the time to bring them along? What are you doing?
Well, it's about communication. It's about understanding the layers of people who needs to know what when, and then how they can push it down as part of their leadership development. Is you've got to give them the information they need to learn to take it down, because you can't do everything at the top. It's about lighting the fire within these individuals down the organization from the front line. So we do a lot of telling stories, and we do a lot of explaining why and how their efforts and how this transformation will lead to better outcomes for the members and the cooperative. And then they, as professionals, they'll learn and grow in the process. And then it really rounds itself out. So there's something there for the members, for the cooperative, and for the team members. And there's magic when you can bring all those things together,
Nice.
but it takes time, energy, and effort.
It sure does. Who are the relationships that matter most to you, and how do those relationships play into your leadership as a CEO?
Well, I respect and admire my senior team, the management team, but the board of directors at Dupaco are amazing because they've been volunteers for all these years. We finally were able to get a bill pay across in Iowa a couple years ago. We can give them a nominal amount of compensation, so richly deserved. But we've got phenomenal directors got a great senior team. We're all aligned on what's best for the member. How do we best get there? And it's heartening the conversations we're able to have about what are the choices we need to make to take our members and make them better off. And it's difficult. And what I've learned, Heather, is the last couple of years is I've been the CEO. We don't want to mess with the members. We want to make them upset. But as part of what we need to do to be a better version of ourselves, we've had to make choices. We've had to close branches. We've had to do some things online that members did not like to get them and protect them. But that's part of leadership, is saying we need to go through this process of change, having the staff buy in and embrace it and help bring the members along. And your net promoter score may suffer for a period of time, but you're taking the long view and saying this is in the best interest of the cooperative and our members. And that's something that was tough for me. I was like, oh, I'm going to retire and let the next segment of leadership do these hard things. But I'm like, no, on my way out, I'm going to do what my mentor, Bob Pafer, did. He did a data core conversion and then he retired.
Wow.
And he handed me something. Thank you, Bob. And we've been able to take it. So I'm going to hand this to the next echelon of leadership at Dupaco. And I aspire to have us dialed in, efficient, smart, digital, in person, all linked with an organizational alignment on a mission that lives up to our mission, vision, and values.
I think that's beautiful.
It's all about the people.
It really is that long game.
It is
that long-term, once again, passion.
Well,
right?
That's what I love about the cooperative movement is we'll take chances. We'll take the long view on members. The for-profits don't want to do the non-profitable, unprofitable business, the low-dollar loans, the difficult credit scores. They don't want to do this since they're not profitable. They send them to us. We say we can make something in this. We are taking the long view. We're betting on people. We're showing them how to get themselves positioned to be able to borrow right and to get in a sustainable financial position, which way can be successful in life. And that takes sometimes years.
That's right.
We had a member at a branch, single mom came in, decimated credit score. She said, I have a dream to own a home someday. We worked with that member for 3 years. And when she got her credit score up, built her savings, and we closed on that loan, they were in our branch, signing papers, and the whole staff, they were all in tears. That's what motivates me, is that the good that we do as a cooperative, the hard work we're willing to do that others choose not to. And I think that's the goodness. The hard things make you better.
As you think forward about that next generation of credit union leadership, who all aspire one day to receive that kind of recognition for their passion and for their accomplishments, what's the leadership advice that you would give them?
Lead as your genuine, authentic self. The way I lead, that's 100% me. And I'm mentoring some folks that may assume a leadership position after me. And I'm like, the main thing is be yourself.
Nice.
Now, I love the aspect of telling stories and how that's because people can gravitate and understand that. So, but again, just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Oh, such a relief.
Hell, And the other thing on leadership is when you're leading, you're in the spotlight. You got to realize that the small interactions, you're sending a message. So if people, and I'm waving at people and patting them, buy them a soda, the little things can send powerful messages. Like that person who's telling us to do this is the same way. And I think that it really steals the organization. We have got this alignment, and our value, we're rooted in trust, empathetic understanding, strengthening relationships, advocating for all, investing in you to help members build lives worth loving and brighter community for all. That's the essence of Dupaco. So if we live and operate according to those foundational principles, this mission, vision, and values, we are finding success, and I think we will find long-term success. We will sustain through all the change if we keep the focus on the members. Obviously, step it up digitally, lean into these tools that can help us make us more efficient, because then we can plow more back into the members, the member give back, all the things we need to protect them online. So we can do it. We can rule the day. Credit unions can win in the long run because we have heart and smart.
And we have outstanding chief executives like you. So Joe Hearn, congratulations once again.
Heather, thank you for your leadership.